G'day Dirty Mutters. Well, we're back with another rig rundown. And, you know, we are with a familiar face, Mike from Prado 𝗬𝗢𝗨 out of here. You know, you've seen this vehicle on a few tracks already in a few episodes, but do you really know the history behind the car and how it all started? Anyway, Mike is going to fill us in on how he ended up with the Prado and why it's built the way it is. So, Mike,
all right, where do you want me to start, Ruben? G'day, folks. How are you? Well, I'm Prado 𝗬𝗢𝗨'𝗟𝗟 out of here, as you already know. And, well, I've got the shopping car, mate. Everyone calls it the shopping car, but I'm here to tell you that it's not.
Well, look, it's a Toyota Prado. What year is it, mate?
2015. It's the
2015.
last of 3 litres.
So, the 1KD.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you end up getting the car?
Well, I had a different car. If I can name
What did you have?
I had a Patrol. And
a GU?
Yeah, GU Patrol. So it
and
had
you went
done...
to a Prado?
I know.
Nah.
So it had done its time, and I was a bit, well, what do? I still had a family, I still towed a boat, so I still needed a bit of room, but I still was keen on getting some full driving done. So I traded the Patrol in. I ended up with a stock standard Prado, and I didn't know much about them back then, but I fluked it, and I've got myself a damn good car.
Oh,
now.
that's good.
Yeah.
And did it have this bar on it?
No, so it was stock. It had stock suspension.
So it had a Toyota bar?
It had those aluminium bars that look a bit gay. If you could say that.
A little bit transgenderish.
Yeah. Couldn't you couldn't put a winch on it. Yeah. So I suppose the build was in my front of my mind down the track to get this thing how I wanted it.
All right. Well, let's start with everything up here. So you had the alloy bar on it.
Yep.
You stripped it off, and one thing about Mike, he tries to do everything with himself and his kids, which is very cool.
That's right. That's important to me. Yeah.
So you pulled the alloy bar off, and you decided to put your steel bar on.
I did. Yes.
How'd that go?
Well, I think I took a bit off more than I could chew, and it's good when you got mates that are pretty good at that kind of stuff. Someone that helped us do it, he builds race cars, so
okay.
He guided us along the way, and yeah, we got it done. We put the winch in at the same time.
Yep.
And we changed it over, and it's certainly a project that I enjoy doing with the kids.
That's the go.
Yeah.
There you got the King's lights, you got the Ironman bar, the Ridge Rider winch.
Yep.
So obviously you were penny conscious.
Yes.
But what you see here, it still works very well and functional. So it's just a testament to say, hey, you don't need to go and buy the best branded equipment to get out there and have fun. So I mean that's a really cool thing. Why don't we move around to the side?
Sure.
And you can chat about up here. I'm just looking at the snorkel, folks, that's all, because, you know, obviously it wasn't standard. Like it was standard when he got it. So tell us more.
So it didn't have a snorkel?
No, it didn't.
No. So again, I've learned over time, I like to know what's being done to the car and do things yourself and only get people that you trust. So snorkel is one of those things, because if it's not done right, you're in a whole lot of trouble.
There's water getting in your engine, isn't there?
Yeah. So again, we did it. We put this on. I've got to say, Joshua, my son, he chopped the holes in them, and I looked and went, okay.
Bit nerve-wracking?
Yeah.
Chopping a hole in your car?
He's done a great job, and like, it doesn't get better than that, doing things with your kids.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, so we got it on. It doesn't leak. I've tested it out at Cape York.
And one thing that we've both got in common, and I rave about it, is Dobinson suspension.
Yeah.
You've got Dobinson suspension in your vehicle, and it wasn't myself that actually put you onto it.
No.
Someone else actually recommended it.
Yep.
So, you know, it's just not me spruiking about how damn bloody good Dobinson suspension is, but there's a lot of people out there and a lot of companies out there that actually rave about it as well. Now, you've got the 2-inch lift in it?
I have, yes.
Yeah. And how does it ride now?
Look, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect, really. We've been doing a lot of wheeling.
Yeah.
And, you know, plenty of flex for an IFS. Yeah. Plenty of flex for an IFS vehicle. as you know, they don't flex as much as a live axle.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. It rides perfect off-road, on-road. I've got extra rated springs in the back, you know, to tow the van.
Yeah.
And with the van on, it just sits perfectly, you know, level.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't complain about it. It's just perfect. Yeah.
No, that's good. And one thing else as well, I've noticed when I'm following you, mate, it actually sounds pretty damn good, this thing.
Yes.
And you've got an exhaust system on the car as well. And did that make it go any better? You reckon it made it breathe?
Yeah. I think it a bit more torque, and also made it sound good.
Awesome.
So yeah, in relation to that, because of the caravan, I knew this trip was coming up, so I wanted the car to run better. I wanted a bit more torque. I wanted to get rid of the heat from the
EGRs, mate. Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Well, exhaust gas, EGT. Sorry. So
Yep.
your EGTs, you want to keep them down a bit.
So I've combined it with a much better viscous fan. I got that upgraded, so the fan comes in earlier, and we just did the usual: new water pump, new thermostat, and I have to say that it's just it's running perfectly.
Yeah. No, that's good. So you and Josh got the snorkel on, which is absolutely unreal.
Yep.
Now I'm looking at these tyres; they look pretty damn new, mate. What's going on there?
They are. I'm a bit of a softie for the open country RTs. So these are in between the all-terrain and the mud terrain.
Yep.
And look, these are my second set. The first set I got 80,000 k's out of it on this vehicle.
Yeah.
And I'm on to my second set. So I suppose you pay for what you get, and they are a little bit exy on the price. But look, I mean, we've been wheeling. These tyre pressures have been down to 8 at one point, and they're up and down, like.
Oh, look, everybody knows that Toyo tyres are a pretty damn good brand. You know, there's lots of so many good tyre brands out there, and you know, it is whichever one floats your boat, to be honest. But Toyos are a standout, you know, and
And if you find one you like,
absolutely,
you
like
like
the
them,
likes
you
of
know.
Mickey Thompson and things like that. They've been in the industry for such a long time, and they're very, very well known. All right, side steps, mate.
yes, they're from someone in 𝗬𝗢𝗨'𝗟𝗟, in fact, on the Gold Coast.
Okay.
And look, I'd say these are the best things I've bought. It saved my vehicle a number of times. I've been to Cape York. I've had the car resting on it.
Yeah.
I've been on one of those little slopey things where it's resting on it, protect the
Yeah, so they're proper rock sliders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you can, by the
They've
looks
been
of it, you can
used.
get your foot on there and get in and out quite easily.
Yeah. And you can put a high lift jack on them, I've been told too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a really good slider when you can, get your high lift jack and lift your car up on that.
And these just attach to the chassis, underneath.
Yep. So go, and look, we all know, and if you've been following Mike, you'll know exactly what happens here.
Yeah.
He hit a big massive kangaroo on his way over to Western Australia.
Airbags went off.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mission. But to get that full story, you're going to have to go and check out the episode on Mike's channel and find out exactly what happened. So Mike, I see here you've got the high lift jack and the shovel. Okay, we've actually used the shovel to dig out the D&W Great Wall on the beach.
Yes.
We haven't had to use the high lift jack yet, but I think that's a great addition to any vehicle build. But what rack is that, mate?
So I've had that rack for quite a while. It's just a basic rack pretty much, and it's been great.
Did you have that on your GU as well?
I had a similar one, but obviously different size. But,
Okay. Yeah.
Again, if you know something and it works, I've just gone for the same thing.
Okay, and what brand is that one, mate?
Well, it's actually from King's.
Okay, it's a King's rack. Well, that's
So
the go.
it's a King's rack, and I know some people have different issues with certain things, but this hasn't rusted. It's in perfect condition. It's rough and rugged. It's doing its job. I've got a solar panel up the top there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yep.
Yep, and I've got the tread boards on the back.
And you've got your bushwhacker awning around the other side.
Oh, yeah,
But like,
that's
I mean,
great,
having an awning on your car and what we've been doing, tripping around here, and you've had the kids sleeping underneath it and everything else like that, it's been a bloody sensational. But we'll show you that awning in a second when we get around that side. But I reckon we show you what Mike's done in the back. And remember, he has done all this himself with his kids. So Mike, what we have here in the back, you've got a fridge, you've got a travel oven, you've got a couple of drawers. Actually, they're different to each other, so there's probably a story there. And you've got a table, which little clip fell out.
Yeah, they just come out.
Actually, quite like how functional this table is. There's been many a coffee had off this, mate.
There has been many
Look
a
at
cook
that.
up as well, mate.
Like that's very, very good. That's, what is it? It's a, Josh made that?
Exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know you probably guys will be familiar with 𝗕𝗢𝗚𝗚𝗓𝗏. They make a good table too, but this has got a bit of sentimental value. So I can't, I don't want to go and change it out. And yeah.
But like, tell the folks at home how simple it is to actually go and make this yourself.
Oh, well, it was, well, certainly for Joshua anyway.
Well, he's an apprentice carpenter.
He is, yeah, yeah. So it's you know, a bit of pine, Bunnings.
Yep.
You cut it up to what you want. There's, I mean, some people don't like drilling into their plastic there, but
Well,
we've done it.
there's not much you can do otherwise.
No, that's right. So a couple of hinges there, and some, you know,
Well, it's actually like a cable,
yeah.
and you guys have got it tied off there.
At the
And
right.
I mean, it's very, very easy to use. It's a great addition to any vehicle, you know. It
And the
folds
clips are
away
up the top.
flat,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But what I like about it, Mike, is that you guys have gone and done that as a family project,
Yes.
and you know the bonding that you have with your kids and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff while
And
you're
that's,
doing it.
That's important, yeah.
I'm just going to adjust the tension on your little clip here. It's not quite tight enough.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for that.
Righto, so you were telling me a story the other day. You haven't always had the upright fridge.
No.
You had a fridge slide, and did you have one drawer?
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyone else that's got a Prado or a station, you know, like this type of setup, it's always difficult to work out, you know, the best functioning setup. So what we've done, I used to have a fridge slide in here, and I've still got the angle. As you know, they just keep on going.
That's the angle over there.
So it's in the van at the moment. Yeah. So we had the fridge slide, and I had one drawer, and then what I did was we pulled out the fridge slide. I wanted to try an upright fridge, and I'll tell you what, it's the best move that I've ever made.
Yeah.
And easy to access. So we, again, the kids, so we just extended the height of this. They did all that, and we've tucked it all in nicely. Added an extra drawer. Now they're two different brands.
Tools?
Yep, tools in the bottom, and cooking and cutlery
All
plates and all that in the top.
Organised.
Yeah, and you've got all, you know,
You've still got heaps of room here.
Yeah.
And like there's a compressor cord there, so it's very, very practical, and you've made it for touring, realistically.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to fit a whole heap of shopping bags in here,
No.
you know, and you're
No.
not going to go to Bunnings and go and buy all your, you know, whole heap of equipment and put it in the back here. You're going to obviously have to stash it on there. So it is a purpose-built for Mike's love and hobby, which is travelling this amazing country of ours and getting around. We nearly missed your shelf here, mate. But what do you stash up on there usually? Like, is that chairs and different things, or?
Just odds and ends. So I've got lights. I've got if I take the Prado out without the van, I've got a little sink there. Just odds and ends that you can fit that aren't too heavy.
Yeah.
Just stash them out of the way.
So, as what you touched on before, you're trying to make the most of every little bit of space you've got in this
definitely.
vehicle.
Yeah.
And look, you've got the bushwhacker awning that we've spoken about over here. Obviously, there's lots and lots of shots of. There's been lots and lots of times that this has been used, this awning. I mean, I've used it with your Pebbly Beach.
Yep.
And you put the walls up, which saved us, which was bloody fantastic.
Oh, it's like another room, isn't it?
Yeah, and then everyone's been sleeping underneath it with the kids, and you know, obviously you've got your caravan. One last thing, you know, you've got the communications, and you've gone with Oricom UHF, and you said they've been pretty good to deal with over the time as well.
Yeah, they have actually. Yeah, no, they've been very, very good.
So yeah, I'm running Oricom as well. They've been pretty damn good in the Ineos. There's a couple of probably little things that Mike would like to do a shout out to, and I know that Mike had a few dramas getting over here with his engine just before actually we left for our trip here to the WA. He had a fuel pump issue, it was leaking oil, and if you want to know exactly about that, make sure you tune into Mike's channel to check that out. But I would like to say, to make this trip possible, so we've been able to come here, right, and do what we've done so far.
Yep.
shout out to Dan's Automotive in Toowoomba, because he worked his freckle off to make sure that Mike could actually get over here and have his holiday. And I think that was worth a mention. You know, I've got nothing to do with Dan or anything like that, but for the type of bloke that, you know, that for the type of thing that he did to get Mike on the road,
Yeah, definitely.
was absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
Now, guys, if you want to follow Mike's adventures, check it out, Prado 150 out of here. All right, he does a little bit different content to us. He actually tells you more about the Prado. So if you're into Prados, okay, and little quirks and things and little repairs and how to, you know, function traction control and different things like that in your Prado, make sure you tune in. And there's a lot of informative videos there, and Mike goes on to explain different things about his caravan trips and all those other things. And look, you're probably wondering where we are right now. We are at a place called Camp Kennedy, okay? It's about 25 k's west of Albany. It's absolutely sensational spot, and I would highly recommend you guys come and check this place out as well. It's a little bit of a different video than what I usually do, of a walk around in such in depth about this, but I'm actually wanting to get involved with people more and do rig rundowns, because everyone's passionate about their car and it is an extension of their personality. And I really like hearing the stories behind why you build the car, why you did the mods, and you know, and what you love doing in it. Anyway, guys, if you've liked this video and you want to see more of these, just comment below and say, hey, you know, that's pretty good, Ruben, or change it up a bit, or do this. Really want your feedback so we can make content that you like enjoying. And guys, if you did like it, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and click the little bell so you can get more notifications of when we're putting out some content. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll catch you on the next one.